So I just got done watching the Xbox One press conference, press release. Made a few notes of things that I want to talk about, so if you don't mind, let's get started. I didn't actually flip a page. The name Xbox One. I like it, but there's only a problem with it. Only one problem is that now we have two Xbox Ones. Obviously, when you say Xbox, you're talking about the Xbox. And if you say Xbox One, are you talking about the first Xbox or now the third? It's a stupid matter. Everyone's upset about it. I don't care. I like the name Xbox One. It's not backwards compatible with your 360 or your Xbox games. That's a mistake. I mean, yeah, you still have your 360, so you just play on the 360, but it would have been nice to keep it all compact into one console. And have you seen the size of this console that they were showing off? Hold on one second. Here you go. There's the Xbox One. It's gonna play games. It's gonna have a power button. You're gonna be able to watch DVDs and whatever this thing is. Alright, but all joking aside, there's another deal breaker. And I know those of you who have seen this probably already know what I'm talking about. The Xbox One is going to block used games. But I don't know what that means. What do you mean block used games? So here's the deal. You buy a game, brand new, you install the game on your Xbox One, and then once the game's installed, you don't ever need to have the game disc in the disc tray ever again because you can just fresh load it. It's like a computer, you install it, right? But then in order to prevent you from just passing the disc around to all of your buddies and everyone getting an install, you're going to tie your games to your Xbox Live account. Now what that means is that if you give the disc to someone else, if you let one of your friends borrow it, if you try to sell the game, they're going to have to pay an additional fee in order to unlock the game and use it for themselves. It hasn't really been said what this fee is yet, but that's the deal. You're going to have to pay a fee if you want to play a used game! Seriously, new games better be at most $30 at that point, because you've just killed other companies like GameStop who rely on the trading and the selling and the buying. Obviously there's other ones than GameStop. I'm just saying, using an example. Going back to the install thing, the amount of hard drive space that they're putting on the Xbox One is only going to be about 500 gigabytes. That's not a lot of room. You gotta imagine how big that some of these games are. They'll probably be out on Blu-ray discs that are like, what, 26 gigabytes? So there you go. You know, on top of installing games, on top of save data, on top of DLC, on top of... You're not going to have a lot of hard drive space to work with. And the other thing that really brought my blood to a boil is that it's a game console. They're not talking too much about games during this press conference. It's all about, you know, the TV and your new... And they kind of focused on the hardware a little bit, but it was only mentioned, and then they started going into other things that weren't really gaming related. But here's the thing. I notice there's a lot of people online who are just losing their minds over this whole event. How oh, Xbox is not going to be mine, I'm not going to get an Xbox, blah, 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 PlayStation's going to win. You have to understand that this is a reveal event. It's not everything. It's not all cards on the table. It's like, okay, I've got a 7-card hand, here's 2 cards for you. These 5 cards, you'll see these at E3. So... what I got from this reveal, my initial opinion is that there's too many deal breakers. There's not really anything that's driving me to want to own an Xbox One. But, you know, there's still E3 to look forward to. They didn't talk too much gaming now because that's what E3 is. It's a gaming conference. If they went out of their way for this reveal event to talk about all the gaming possibilities of the Xbox One, then they'd have nothing left for E3. So, let's try this. Initial opinion, a lot of you are disappointed, and I get that. But there's still room for that opinion to evolve. We don't know what they've got in store for the world of gaming. Well, they kind of started talking about. So, I would say, let's just wait until E3. It's right around the corner. It's only like, what, 2-3 weeks away, if that, by the time you guys see this video. Let's just forget... just ignore the fact that Microsoft had a terrible reveal event, and let's just wait. So, my initial opinion, I said it already, I'm going to say it again, my initial opinion, I'm probably not going to be getting an Xbox One right away. I'm a game collector, I will eventually get it, just not going to rush for it. Having said that, I'm just going to sit back and wait for E3, because there's going to be so much content to talk about, and I know I'm going to have a lot of stuff to work, material to work with, and put out a couple of videos. E3, I'm looking forward to it. You're going to see the Xbox One!